We are climbing up. And by we, I just mean me and the viewers. Climbing up to Cascade Saddle. I left Aspiring Hut maybe at like 11:30. I don't know. I don't really know. Feels like I've been here for a very long time. It's just the forest. Oh, we're just going up. Hopefully we'll break bush line in just a wee couple meters. It's a little like tricky stepping. This stuff right here is pretty easy, but it's been kind of some rooty clambering. Yeah, because of that I've been looking down, and because of that I did a pretty good job of slamming my head into a tree that was above me, and I didn't see it, and now my neck hurts. So I heard a crack on impact, but I'm assuming it's just like one of those chiropractic cracks, but I do have some pain. So this is just a documentation of if I go down for neck injury, that's what happened. I slammed my head into a fucking tree. And then I did it 2 more times to 2 other trees. By the 3rd time, I think I just grabbed the tree and screamed for a second. But I didn't hit it as hard the 2nd times. Nice. We might be breaking bush line. But anyways, thought I'd do a video mainly to distract myself. Because you know, when you're hiking in a forest, oh shit. Yeah, about to have some really cool views. But you know, when you're hiking up a forest track, and the first like 15 feet are like, wow, this is pretty. And then the next like 3 hours is just like, oh, fuck the forest. I'm done with this shit. It's the same shit. Why are we still here? There's so many fucking trees. Jeez. Fucking Christ. Stop it. Fucking. Tree number 4. And then you get to that. And you're like, fine. I guess it's fucking worth it. I love hiking. Oh, also, I don't know if you can see, but there's that waterfall over there. It's called Bridal Fall. It's kind of an interesting name, but it is very cool, you know? It really stands out. The Rob Roy Glacier hike that I went on is up that canyon thing. And the parking lot is over that way, and Wanaka is over that way. Alright, well. I'm gonna not hit my head on that. And gonna go break the bush lane. Yeah. We do a scramble. It's a glacial lake, literally at the end of a giant glacier. That's ice right there. You know what time it is. Guys, it's like that stuff. I think it was koala sheep wool that all the people in Avatar The Last Airbender made Aang's bed out of right before he fought the Fire Nation. That's what I'm walking on right now. It's a whole field of it. It's all fluffy and incredible. What is that? Look at that. Burp, burp. Oh. Whoa, oh. We'll put that back. It's fine, everything's fine. Well, I am just leaving the hut now. It is almost 11. But yeah, had a great chit chat with the warden. Gave me a nice cup of coffee, which was splendid, and chatted about trail work. And well, it was incredible because yesterday I was coming up the trail and just got to enjoy brushing. Like someone, he had actually brushed and done trail work, and it was incredible. I could fit through in my backpack. I could see the trail. It was in basically pristine condition. And I don't know if you can see here, but you've got some rock work, little steps, little do-do-do-do-do. Look, looks like a heart. Incredible. And then we've got this business. But yeah, quite lovely. So yeah, it's actually doing some Class A incredible trail work, which yeah, got to enjoy. So that was pretty great. Hey Hoozle. Yeah, late start, but we will have a good day, enjoy the good weather. Tomorrow it's supposed to become a little shitty. Oops. Here we go, up the ladder. Hey, yep. Yes, and yeah, go out, over resaddle, and go down. Might stay at the hut, might not. Might go to Kia Basin. Guess we'll see what the old bot is trying to tell me. And yeah, that's the update. Here we are, back at this cool little bridgey bridge. And yeah. Almost got attacked by Kia this morning. I like went to the bathroom, looked behind me, and there's one like a meter away. It's like, hey, what's up? And I was like, I have no snacks, small dinosaur. Please do not come for me. There's like 3 of them. They're like, what is that? And I'm like, I'm gonna go. But yeah, and they're like waddling. And they're kind of weird, demonic way. Anyways, yeah, that's me. Bye. Just had some lunch on top of Resaddle, and now I am headed out. The main point of this video, though, is because I just had a vision of my future, my dreams, everything I could have ever wanted. Basically, the thesis of my life, it just dawned on me. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, maybe, let's say, if/when I'm 40 or 50, I don't even know. Whenever I like get enough money to buy land and invest in my business, which, okay, so this is what it is. It's going to be called the wetland. And I'm going to purchase land on a wetland, or that includes many wetlands. And most of it is just going to be managed for habitat. And on that area, I'm going to build floating boardwalks and educational boards, and so you can walk around, go for a little wetland walk. And then I'll probably also have some netted bridges into the treehouse troll zone. And that will obviously be a bunch of super awesome treehouse pathways through the woods. That's going to be kind of like a jungle gym kids area / kids at heart area. Anyways, there's also going to be like a big community building. Could be a yurt, could be just a building. Everything is probably going to be on floating surfaces though. So anyways, that space can be rented out for meetings or yoga retreats or potlucks. Actually, maybe the potluck area will be different, but anyways. But the other part of the land is going to be kind of like a rent, like an Airbnb area. But so maybe there will be like a cabin or 2 that you could rent out. But the big thing, the big thing is going to be the swamp. Let's see if I can say it. Ooh, look, a hole. Cave. The swampy sauna, soak, and steam. So basically, it's going to be a floating sauna. Like boardwalks out, floating sauna. I'm thinking to float all this stuff, what I'm going to do is cut down the reed canary grass that is most likely there, because this is most likely going to be Montana, and then create woolen cubes and fill the cubes with reed canary grass, and then sink them to the point on which I can then build a wooden platform. So it's basically just like bobbing, and that's what like the boardwalk's going to go on, that's what the buildings are going to go on, that's what the sauna's going to go on. So then sauna, yeah. The steam might be a separate thing, you know? Like the steam might be on land. That kind of makes more sense to me. But the soak, obviously you want to dunk, but if we're just in a wetland, it might not be like the most appetizing thing. So here's the idea, is that I build a wooden platform, and then sunken into the wooden platform is this tub. Now the tub, I'm thinking is probably going to be made of wood, but basically the inside is wood and it's permeable, so water can come into it. And on the other side of that wood surrounding the tub is like a drainage system, a filter system of fine minerals, and then also a semi-permeable membrane. So only water can get through, and it's also going through this filtering system. And then that's sunk down, and so the water around it is just filtering in through this thing. So obviously it just fills up the water level, and then it is resting on top of floating wooden platform. So basically you can just walk out from the sauna, walk on the wooden platform, and then up to the lip of this little pool, which is sunk into the wetland and then has filtered water into it. Yeah. And so then you could just cold plunge outside of the sauna. Yeah, and that's the idea. There are other aspects of it, which is a small tree farm, so that I can do some forestry around the property, fire mitigation, and also have like a small tree farm to provide wood for the wood burning sauna. And then also I'm gonna have this thing where basically I'm gonna make ice trays, like big ice trays. And by big, I mean probably like, I don't know, by foot and a half, or maybe 6 inches by 2 feet or something like that. Basically, I'm gonna fill that up in the wintertime, take all those blocks of ice, and I'm gonna have a root cellar, obviously. And part of the root cellar is gonna be an insulated box. And in the insulated box is gonna be the ice cubes that I make in winter. So then I can bring that out and put them in the water. It's Kia. To make it cold. Because my alternate plan is that I just it's like a very similar structure, except the tubs are on land, and I basically like build this nice like mosaic stone structure, like platform that you can walk up onto, and then I just sink a bunch of old bathtubs into it, and then I can like clean it out pretty easily. But then I can put these ice cubes in it, make it all cold in the summertime. But I just harvest it during the winter, and that is my plan. And then there's going to be community days, so you can rent it out for public time. Community days where you can like volunteer to do restoration work or like help out around the area, because there's probably also going to be a farm component where I'm growing my own food and whatever. I don't know, doing some casual fermentation and selling that on the side. I don't know, just an idea. Or just maybe some fiber arts, or growing the sheep so I can take the wool so I can make these cubes. I don't know, anyways. Also timber framing, probably going to be running some timber framing courses, because I'm probably going to be a timber frame master at this point, because all the buildings are going to be timber frame. Anyways, so that's the plan. But anyways, yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so you can volunteer and then build up those hours, and then use them, cash them in for a free sauna hour. You can do privates, you can rent out the community center, you can do events there if you really want, and then also like even if the event is not even associated with wetlands whatsoever, like you're there, you're immersed, you're surrounded by it, you're getting the experience, and also it functions as habitat. And that is my plan. Something I forgot to mention about the Wetland LLC is that the community house will probably be called the Watershed. Any Airbnb structures will probably be referred to as things such as Boggs Bend, Marshland, something with fen in it, maybe just fen, the fen, I don't know. Fen Infirmary, no. And what else? We got the Swampy Sauna Steam and Soak, Bog Bend, Marshland, Fen, the Fen. Yeah, all these things can just reference different nooks and crannies and facilities of the property, and I mean, yeah, what an opportunity. You could really, Beaver Lodge. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Beaver Lodge. Make it what you can, what you will. There's a lot of opportunity there for naming. So just, if you have any suggestions, if you just kick this dream around your head and you come up with just the best idea ever to add to the Wetland LLC, you just let me know. That's just a taste. Thanks for listening. Hey, pal. Right now I am trekking across this cow field and attempting to find the trailhead up to Kia Basin. It's 6 p.m. Oh, rabbit. That rabbit. Ooh. I think the trail's somewhere up there. I just left the Reese track that runs into Muddy Flats. And theoretically I'm going someplace up there. Somehow. It's gonna be steep. But yeah.